Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today we're going to be doing a classic check-in. So we're going to be checking what's going on with Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine Collective. What is happening in the connection itself, what's the dynamic like right now, and of course we'll pull messages between the twins at the end. And I will start with an oracle deck, and today is the Cosmic Journey Oracle. My main deck is actually going to be the After Tarot, and I had a bit of a doubt of whether it's a good deck for the main reading, but since it's kind of like showing you what happens after the fact, after the moment and the now. But I also got an immediate response that right now it's the time of transformation. It's the time of setting yourself up for something different, something beautiful, maybe a little bit dramatic, but for what comes next. So what we're going to be looking at today in the usual mode, usual format, what are the energies like, but it will set us up for what's coming, what kind of foundation I was setting up at this time. And I'm getting that this foundation will take us straight to 2023. That's how big it is. That's how important it is. And by the way, welcome to Libra season. And is it Libra season yet? Yeah, I guess it's gonna happen in a couple of days, but we're already in the Libra energy, right? We're already feeling that vibe, feeling it in the air. And Libra is a lot about, like, in its positive side, it's a lot about finding balance and being fair. It's the Justice card in tarot. But in its negative form, Libra energy it's taken too long to decide on something. It's like I'm trying to find the perfect answer that will satisfy everyone, right? That will make everyone happy. And, well, A, it doesn't really exist in the majority of cases. And B, it's usually too much overthinking that gets us down the spiral of, like, dark thoughts and shadow, and then judgment, and then self-judgment, etc., etc. So it doesn't get us into a good space. There's kind of like that air energy. On the one hand, it's flowy, and air signs are usually not the ones who hold grudge, because it kind of, this energy flows through them, it kind of flows away. On the other hand, it can be a little bit absent-minded and needing additional anchoring of ideas, thoughts, conversations even, right? Like you had a conversation, you had some good ideas, you exchanged some good words, take a record, take a note for yourself at least. And during this season, because we're all impacted by this energy, it's possible that those things will be happening. And while we're in Mercury retrograde until the 2nd of October, it's definitely going to be happening. Words, messages will be misinterpreted, you name it. Things will be lost in translations, like the telephone game, right? And I'm not saying that you're supposed to just set yourself up that everything is going to go badly, but just be ready for it, be open to it. And it might, and that's okay. Okay, let's see what we have for the Divine Feminine energy. And by the way, guys, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, to subscribe to my channel, to share it, to leave a comment. Also, I did do a new video about connecting to nature and practical mindfulness on my other channel. It's called Mindful Bamboo. So check that out as well. We talk a lot about connecting to nature, and this is fall season. At least like in the area where I am, it's usually beautiful with the fall foliage. So like, when leaves are all beautiful in beautiful colors and they're falling down, it's all magical. We have a lot of fruit trees that have fruit on them, and it's a season of fruit picking. And just being out there in nature while it's still not cold. Before the nature gets into the hibernation state, let's put it that way. I'm definitely going to New York Botanical Garden, but I do have my membership there, so yeah, it's easy for me. I renewed it for another year, even though I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in Hawaii for the majority of the time. But I really believe that, well, it's still worth it for me. And secondly, I understand that this is a contribution that's going for taking care of the garden and everything they have there, and I'm all for it. I think it's beautiful and it should stay that way. We got 3 cards for Divine Feminine, but I will take them. Interesting numbers, 11, 30, and 40. No, I don't want to burn my cards. Each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. Yeah, so we are almost done with that waning moon that is kind of doing the cleanup of any remnants of heavy energy, of any burdens, any what's the word, when any regrets, right? Things that we regret about doing or not doing, right? So this is the time to kind of sweep it up so that you can start anew with a new moon energy on the 25th of September. New moon in Libra is coming upon us. Then we have trust and act accordingly. So remember, I also speak from time to time the difference between just not doing anything and between being in the flow. Being in the flow doesn't necessarily mean that you are not doing anything, right? And this is the time where you see this purple color, you're getting downloads, Divine Feminine, you get some instructions and you're supposed to follow them. That's what I'm hearing loud and clear. You know exactly what to do with it, and stay away from asking too many people for their opinion or advice or clarification, because those downloads were meant for you in the way that you would perceive them. And finally, we have your great wave awaits. This is a beautiful promise for that new moon energy that you're setting yourself up for these few days. And that new moon energy is going to help you dream a little dream of whatever it is that you are dreaming or are afraid to dream yet, but you should definitely, right? Have that dream, ask your questions, set your intentions, and know that your great wave is just around the corner. It's on your fingertips. As long as you co-create with the universe, as long as you're taking steps forward, the universe will meet you halfway and will make your dreams come true. In the divine order, of course. Okay, what do we have for divine masculines? Okay, we have, how can this be a wonderful win-win-win? So you see, this is also, to me, very much a Libra energy, because that's exactly what Libra is usually trying to do. If you know in Libras, I'm actually on my transit chart, progressive chart, I'm Libra. So I can relate to this energy for sure. And it can be like anything. It can be positive and constructive and keeping bringing people together, or it can be more towards people pleasing and not having your opinion, not making your voice heard. So yeah, it's about finding that middle ground where it's win-win-win and it's healthy win-win-win. So what I'm getting is divine masculine side, and you see this orange color, so waking up their sacral chakra so that they actually get in tune with what is it that's important to them, so that they don't get lost into whatever this win-win-win is, whether it's at work or with their karmic partner, friends and family, whoever those people are that they're trying to compromise with, that they don't compromise their own integrity and authenticity along the way. And it's not an easy gig to do, to be honest. Okay, so let's see what's going on with tarot. For Divine Feminines, we have 9 of Pentacles. Look at that. I love this so much for Divine Feminine. Wow, and it's actually the difference, like in the after tarot, it's always a little bit different story, right? Because it's after tarot. And here it's, this person is picking some grapes. So it's like you are going to be reaping the fruits of your labor during this time, or maybe you are already doing it. or that's what's coming up for you. It's like time to harvest whatever it was that you were sowing and whatever hard work you put in into your project, your dream, your treasure, your baby. Could be figurative or literal, maybe for some. What do we have for divine masculines? I'll put some clarifiers actually, just in case. We have Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. What do we have for the connection? I don't usually get reversals, but if I do, I keep them that way, because I don't have any reversals in the deck. So the only way for them to do that is to flip, spin, and do some magic tricks in the air. We have the Hermit card. So yeah, this is like a waving goodbye to the Virgo season. Hermit is Virgo energy, and we're still in it. Okay, bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands, by the way. So it's like looking fear in the eyes, facing the music of what the situation truly is, seeing the truth of it. Let's clarify Nine of Pentacles. And if you're interested in a personal reading or a coaching session, do not hesitate to reach out via an email address. Okay, so we have Six of Wands, by the way. Love it. Love it. To me, these two match very nicely. Please clarify Six of Cups in reverse for the masculines. I'll try not to make it too long. This video, I mean, so I'll keep it concise. Seven of Cups. Please clarify the Hermit, the Emperor. Two major arcanas in the connection. 9 and 4, which is 13, which is the transformation. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit as well. Another nudge to the Virgo season, actually. Okay, so Divine Feminine, yeah, like I was saying, this is the time that either is around the corner, or maybe some of you are already experiencing, where you can reap the fruits of your labor. And not just for yourself, because normally this is like a single person card, and it's the emphasis is on like making it yours. It's like personalizing your life and enjoying it and finding joy and happiness in just in yourself, in your own company, and whatever you've built in your life by yourself. So this never really expects any communication or relationship with someone else. It's more about focusing on self. But with this card, we can see that it's not just that you acknowledge it, the world acknowledges that. How far you've come, how much you've built, and that you truly deserve all this fruit. And it doesn't mean that nobody is going to be a naysayer or is going to be jealous. It happens when you become a celebrity, when you get a spotlight. Someone is always jealous of it. But it's important for you to stay true to what you are, to listen to those instructions that you're going to be getting, and know that your great wave is still around the corner. So there is definitely more on the horizon. For some of you, that will make this seem like it was a joke, like, oh, you were just getting started, just only thinking about something serious. Imagine that. For masculines, we have Six of Cups in reverse and Seven of Cups. So there is a succession here, but Six of Cups is in reverse. So divine masculines actually struggling with opening up their heart and keeping it open because of the confusion and noise, that like energetic noise that they're facing in their karmic life and in their energy right now, in their surrounding. It's hard for them to stay open and vulnerable because they get tired and they can easily get hurt. So that's why they intuitively, instinctively kind of hide it, keep it to themselves, that energy, which is not really helping their transformation, which is actually pushing them towards the win-win-win, but in a negative way. It was a negative connotation where the win-win-win is like the intention to people please, just want to for everyone to be happy, not really minding their own happiness and what they feel like they want. It's not even that they don't want to it, it's also it takes energy and conscious intent, for a lot of us it doesn't happen just like that. Well, we need to build the habit at least first, then it might be more automatic, and divine masculine doesn't have that habit yet. That's why they're struggling during this time. For the connection, we have the Hermit clarified by the Emperor. Yeah, so what I'm getting here is the twin sisters Aries and Virgo. Interesting, quite opposite energies. This is fire, this is earth. But what I'm getting is that the Hermit was their practicality, of the Virgo energy. They want to establish some rules. It's like I'm getting some ground rules, and it's also very much a Virgo thing. But to me, it's connected with this Emperor energy, that they want some structure to where they are. They don't want to be just walking in the dark with a lantern and rely on the dog that may or may not help them if danger comes, if something bad happens, right? They want to put in some structures that will keep them secure, that they can rely on, and they can focus on the creative part. So both twins are looking for that in their life. It's a little, I'm just sensing that in general, the energy is kind of chaotic, kind of a bit of a hustle and a whirlpool even. And with this, their energy especially, I'm feeling this. So it's almost like in order even to stay yourself, to stand up for yourself, it takes a lot of energy these days. And that's why the twins don't want to white knuckle it. They don't want to reinvent the wheel every time some trigger comes up. They want to put in some structures so that they can create some ground rules that they can follow themselves first and foremost. And then, of course, that can be extended to important people in their lives. So both of these energies are very much kind of personal. I don't see much of the communication or dynamic here, but I'm still gonna pull some messages because we are always in contact in 5D, and I'm wondering, what do the twins have to say to each other? And we'll start with divine masculine, giving messages to divine feminines. Okay, this will do. There is someone else. I just want space, and sometimes I wonder if you care. I have some repetition of numbers, right? We have 6 and we had 6 here. We have 13 and I just mentioned 13 here. Yeah, so divine masculines, because they're shutting off their heart, for some of them there is a blockage. So for some it's a choice, for some there is a blockage in the heart chakra, something they've experienced recently that caused them quite a lot of pain. And because of that, they don't feel your energy, divine feminine. It's nothing to do with you. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It's just that the masculines are now in that point where they have to take care of themselves. And yes, they know that there is someone else next to them that can help them, not the divine feminine, someone else. But they also understand that it's not the same thing. And they actually want space from all of the people, including this someone who is next to them. And if they actually could take space and be by themselves, they would do it. But that's the trick, they can't. It's part of the challenge, because the transformation is still going to happen. It might take longer, it might take more effort, but it's happening. And of course, a lot of them don't realize that those people who are around, they're there for a reason. Messages from feminines to masculines. Okay. We have reach out. I'm sorry and I want you to choose. So whatever went down between the twins, whether it was between the twins or the feminine is just knows that divine masculines are going through some hard times and still healing from those past situations, and they're saying they're sorry. So even if it's not them who caused it, they're still sorry and they wish they could do more to reach out and to make it better, to help it be healed, to kind of figure out what's what and to help get the lessons learned out of it. But they know that the masculines actually have to do this for themselves. That's how the lesson is going to be learned. It's not going to be learned if they keep reaching out and giving hints or, you know, playing that special friend who will be a therapist for you, right? They know that for divine masculines, it's important to walk this path by themselves and to ascend as it was designed by the divine plan. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, bye.